One time, whenever my uncle first taught me how to drive a four-wheeler, I was driving really fast with my grandpa and I thought I knew what I was doing, and I hit a hill and I flipped it over and both of us fell off.
My favorite childhood memory was when I first got my four-wheeler and the grass was all wet from the dew in the morning. I was riding it and I was pulling the brake in and like doing 360s and stuff. Eventually I got dry and I did it again and then I turned and I flipped over, flew off.
My favorite childhood memory is when I was younger, I used to go to my grandpa's house and his friend from the mill would come over and he would carve little monkeys or little baskets out of peach seeds, and I was never allowed to play with them because they were so fragile and I might break them. And I remember one time after this guy died, my grandpa actually gave me the little monkey and a little basket on a keychain, and I still have it.
So my favorite childhood memory is going over to my grandparents' house, and my grandpa had such a wild. He told me the one time that this old pool cleaner was a UFO, and that we had to write notes back and forth to the UFO and like talk to the aliens. So he walked me down in the backyard where it was my grandpa's neighbor's pool cleaner, and he told me this whole story, and then brought me back to their house. And my grandma had an old adding machine, and we typed out all these crazy number messages, and then I would run down to the backyard and tape it on the pool cleaner and then run back up. And so every time we would go over to their house and I would spend the night, this was kind of our thing in the summer. I would go do notes for the evening.
I would say my favorite childhood memory was when I spent time with my family and my cousins at family parties, running around. We were all best friends, and it was just a great time to be with family, and I remember those times.
My favorite childhood memory is when I was 8. I was on a travel baseball team. I was the only girl asked to try out for this baseball team, and I made it on the team. We were in a tournament. We had won the tournament, and then so we got our picture taken, and that picture was put in the newspaper. When we had received the newspaper, I was so happy for some odd reason, and so we had cut the newspaper article out. I highlighted my name, we put it on the fridge, and we kept it there for probably 30 years.